Hey, shout to Daniel. Welcome to MMO Gang. So essentially, he claims that I've helped him lower his procrastination and take action, so he set up his own office space, which I'll show in a second. Now, it doesn't have to be money or profits that you need to show me to join MMO Gang. All you need to do is just be better in your life and making sure you're efficient with your time and set you up in a place to become wealthy and chase the riches. As long as you're trying to make money online like he is with his laptop, he even doesn't even care about his TV anymore. He's dashed it away as you see over here. So yeah, man. Shout out to Daniel. Welcome to MMO Gang. If you want to be featured in the next episode, just send me a DM on Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat.
Hi, it's Poku Banks, baby, and today we're gonna talk about how you can make money in your sleep, as in when you're sleeping, as in money's coming through to your bank account, you're not doing anything. Literally during your most peaceful time of the day when you're sleeping. Now, what we call this is passive income. Active income is when you're actually physically doing something to get money in. So, for example, if you're mowing the lawn, you're actively mowing the lawn to get money, as in you're getting paid to do a job. Passive income is when you're getting paid to do nothing. You're not really doing anything. Little to no effort. Now, if you're new to this channel, I'm Poku Banks. I'm a 90-year-old entrepreneur. I go to university, but I love talking about personal finance and entrepreneurship. My job here today is to teach you and educate you more about things that school doesn't teach you. So if you want to learn more and make some money, make sure you stay to the end of the video. I've got a lot of gems to drop on you guys. And I shout out to the OG Warren Buffett. He's the wealthiest investor in the world. He says that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. Essentially, what he's saying is that if you don't find a way to get some passive income while you're relaxing, you have to work way past retirement just to keep living after 75. So what exactly is passive income? Passive income is income that requires little to no effort to earn and maintain, and you still get paid after the work is done. That is passive income. Okay, so generally there's two ways of making passive income. The first way is simply creating something of value, and the second way is investing. Let's start with creating something of value. So the first way of creating something of value, developing passive income, is essentially selling digital files, so courses or ebooks or whatever, online. Essentially, with digital files, you make it once and you can sell it multiple times over and over again. All people have to do is buy it and they get sent to their inbox or to their email or whatever on the website. And that is the exact reason why I think courses and ebooks are the new form of education. And with courses and ebooks, the good thing about them is that they can be updated instantly just like that. So essentially, if there's changes to technology, then there'll be new courses and ebooks to replicate those changes and then go on to explain and teach you those changes in the new technology that has been formed. The problem with school is that, the curriculum takes a while to change, If you want to change the curriculum, you got to go through all sorts of regulation, go checks with the head office, all sorts of things. So something that was introduced in 2017 will only be introduced into the school curriculum now. And the perfect thing about courses is that essentially you can make it once and teach 1,000 people. Now, YouTube is a direct example. The reason that this is better is that I can talk once, I can say my things once, and I can teach 5,000 people. Not even 5,000, millions of people. Whereas with teaching physically, you can only teach so many students within the lecture hall. Maximum of 200, 300 students. And this is the exact reason why I made a free property course with my bro Denzel. The reason I made this is because I got a lot of questions in my DMs asking, how do you get into property? How do you get a property at 18? How do you do all sorts of things? And I couldn't reply to everybody. Why? Because that's not a good use of my time. So I decided, you know what, Denzel, let's just make a course, teach everyone how to get into property. So that means me and Denzel taught 450 people, but we only spoke once. By the way, if you do want to learn the basics of rent to rent, how to get a property at 18 with little to no money, then check out my website, selfinnovation.co.uk. This is where I got all my courses on there. So if you want to make some money online, check out my other courses. Now, making courses is simply just like this. Whatever you believe that you have valuable knowledge in, teach others. I know how to get a property, so I decided I will teach others. I know how to make money from betting risk-free, so I decided to teach others. Whatever you feel like that you know that someone else doesn't know, teach others. For example, I'm going to plan on making a TikTok course, so how to grow on TikTok. Why? Because I have over 200k followers. I know how to do it, and a lot of people don't know how to do it. So I have the authority to make that course and teach others how to do it. Now, when it comes to courses and in terms of how passive it isn't directly passive as in you don't do no work and get money. Essentially, you have to put in the upfront work. So, for example, with risk-free betting, essentially that took me all of December 2018 to make. As in, I made that in 2018 of December. It took me all of that month to make it. I put in all of the effort for 1 month, and then from after that, I've just been selling the course over and over again, over and over again. It's 2020 now, and that course is still making me money till today. So this is what you call passive income. Yes, at the beginning it was hard, I had to make a lot of videos, I had to upload the website, design the website, advertise it. But now it's just bringing in money every time someone buys it. And this is for work I did when I was 18. I'm now 19, so my 18-year-old self is now paying the 19-year-old self. Do you get what I'm saying? This is what you call passive income. There'll be times when I'm sleeping and when I wake up and then I realise that I've made some money overnight, literally. Someone's bought my course at 3 AM. So I've literally made money while I'm sleeping. Now, if you do want to make a course or sell an ebook, what I would suggest is, Udemy. You can sell courses in there. It's like eBay, but for courses. Teachable, where you can make your own website, which is where I made my website to sell courses. And then finally, Gumroad. This is good for, selling quick courses, or you can sell, ebooks. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 meaning is very, very passive, as in you're literally doing nothing, you get money. And 1 meaning, you're doing a lot of work to get some passive income. I'll say it's a 7 out of 10 for courses. Literally putting upfront work and then you just get paid on. The only thing you have to do after is maintain your customer, so help them with the course or advertise. Other than that, it's pretty chill. Okay, so if you didn't like that, the second way of making passive income by creating something of value is simply displaying ads on your YouTube or on your blog or whatever website you own. Look, there's ads everywhere, it's normalized in today's society. There's ads on billboards, there's ads on TV, there's ads on YouTube, before you saw this video. There's ads everywhere, literally on every website. This is how businesses operate and market their services to their customers. Ads are everywhere, so don't feel any type of way of putting ads on your content. So if you have any form of online property, so this is, a website, YouTube, a blog, whatever, display ads on there. You need to eat yourself. You need to make some money. Now, display ads are generally passive. Why? Because they're set up by middlemen. There are ad networks that have all of the businesses that pay them to display the ads. You basically go to the ad network and put those ads in your website, and then you're passively getting paid by everyone that goes on your page. Someone could go on your page at 3 a.m. and they click on the ad, you get paid. Someone could go on your page at 2 p.m. and you're not at your desktop, you still get paid because they went on your website. Now, a lot of people may say, oh, Poku, you have too many ads on your YouTube. Look, we lived in a time where you watch something for 10 minutes and then you see 5 minutes worth of ads. If you guys can't handle a 5-second ad like 3 times in a video, then what's the point? Ads are everywhere, get used to it, don't worry about it. But is it passive or not? Now, essentially, you do have to put in upfront work. For example, this video you're watching now will probably take me around 40 minutes to record, and then to edit it will take me around 3 hours to edit. So that's basically 4 hours of work put in. Now, once I've uploaded it, it'll start to give me income. Why? Because people are watching it, every day, and I'm not there. So the setup, again, you put in a lot of work up front, and then you upload it, then it starts to become passive. But the work you put in up front, of course, you're making it once, and then you're uploading it to the website. Whereas with blogs and YouTube, you're making multiple videos every day, and then you're uploading and editing it. So again, is it passive? It's less passive than courses, in my opinion. But it is still passive. I'm still getting money every day. So for YouTube, I use Google AdSense. They, display the ads that you see before this video. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say, starting a YouTube or a blog, in terms of passive, I say it's a 3 out of 10, because you have to put in a lot of work, consistently, to get money. So it is passive, but I say a 3 out of 10. Cool. So third way of making money on sleep, passive income, is essentially music royalties. Cool. So let me tell you something. Michael Jackson made $2.4 million in 2015. He died in 2009. That alone should tell you how powerful passive income is. The fact that a dead person is making way more money than most of the people on this earth, crazy. Just from music. And the reason he's making money from music is because he's created something of value, something that will last even past his death. People still want to listen to, Thriller. People still want to listen to Billie Jean. Obviously, since he's dead, he's not actually getting money. It's going to his, probably his mother or his children or his, his family, whatever. But he's still making money while he's dead. This is passive income. So music royalties, these are essentially payments that go towards, recording artists, songwriters, publishers, composers, and copyright holders. These people that have control over the music. Essentially, you put in all your work and effort to make one song, and then once you've released it, you get paid from Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever other streaming platform like YouTube. If another company or movie wants to use your song in their movie, you get paid. I'll be real, I don't really know much about music royalties. I'm not a musician myself. I'm not sure if any of you guys really want to know about music royalties, but if you are a musician and you want to get into it, link down below. I've got some more details on that from a website that I found these sources from. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll say it's a 5 out of 10. Firstly, becoming a musician isn't passive. You got to put in a lot of work and effort. And then finally, not everyone gets to that stage where, you're making 2.4 million while you're dead. Michael Jackson is a one anomaly in this case. It's not normal. Cool. So some of you guys may not be, creative. Some people may not want to put their faces out there. Some people may just want to make money by themselves in their room, in their bedroom. Now let's move on to the second way that I think you lot will like, investing. And the first way of investing is by getting dividend paying stocks. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a 10 out of 10 in terms of passive income, as in this is literally, getting paid to do nothing. This is the passive income Warren Buffett was talking about in the first quote. This is how he gets paid. Now, when you think of passive income, this is literally the original and true way of getting paid passive income. As in, this is just, it's too crazy. Trust me, listen to this. Now, a dividend-paying stock is essentially a stock from a well-established company that pays out money to its investors, so it's profit to its investors for holding the stock. Why? Because you're an investor. You deserve some of the profits. I mean, it's fair, right? You've invested into the stock, you deserve a piece of that. So dividends, which are earnings from the company, These are basically paid quarterly or normally yearly. So you get paid, your percentage to you every year or every quarter of the year. Now, I'm going to go over this briefly as this deserves its own video in itself. But essentially, a dividend yield is what you're looking for when you're looking for dividend paying stocks. A dividend yield is essentially the ratio of how much cash flow you're getting for each pound invested in a stock. So for example, if you invested £100 into stock Y, and stock Y's dividend yield is 3%, so that means for every pound that you've invested, you'll get 3% of that. So that's 3p. Now, if you invested £100, like I said in the previous example, you'd have got £3 for invested £100. Essentially, you are buying income, as in you're buying stocks, which is giving you income. This means you're getting money passively, literally by pressing the click of a button. Now, you may be thinking, Poku, what do you mean £3? That's little. I've invested £100, only get £3. Believe it or not, 3% is actually pretty good. You guys need to stop thinking small. The fact that you're watching this shows me that you want to be wealthy someday, and we're on this journey together. So let's think of it in a big way. Now, let's say you invested 1 million into stock Y. 3%, you are now getting £30,000 every year. This is from dividends, passive income. 30,000 every year, that's enough to cover your rent, your transport, your food for the year. And this is how people retire. They live off their dividend paying stocks. Again, if you want to know more detail about dividend paying stocks, comment down below, because there's a lot we need to go over. Trust me, I'm not done. Now, essentially, the only work you really need to do for getting this passive income is essentially the research. So essentially, doing the research, finding out which one's the best dividend paying stock to invest into. The upfront research is basically the work you're doing. Once you've invested and press that click for button, you can make it automatic. So you can do direct debits. You can take money off your account every month, automatically invest into the stock. So again, it's very, very passive and just getting paid for doing nothing. The company is doing all the work and making its profits, and it pays you for investing into it, for believing into it. So, that's passive income for you, 10 out of 10. Alright, cool. The second way of making money in your sleep is simply from rental income, owning rental properties. So you own a property, you rent it out to a tenant, and they pay you monthly. This is your rental income. Cash flow in rental properties is also another original way of making passive income. This is what people think when you talk of passive income, dividend paying stocks and rental properties. This is what's the first things that come to their mind. Okay, now let me get straight to the point. This is only passive if you outsource the management and upkeep and maintenance of the property to a property management company. If you manage your property yourself, it is not passive. Let me tell you that now for free. Obviously, I manage a service accommodation. That is not passive. It is not passive, as in, I'm doing stuff daily. I'm always making sure, things are in check. It is not passive. I'm getting money for it, don't get me wrong, but it's not passive. It's not making money in my sleep. I wouldn't say so. So essentially, a property management company is someone that manages tenants. So say if, there was a problem with a leak or there was a problem with the house, the tenant will not call you. It'll call the property management company to come sort it out. They're basically the landlord in the situation, and you're just chilling getting checks. In return, you pay them, around 8 to 12% of the rental income. So if you're getting, £500 per month in rental income, you pay the property management company, around £50 essentially every month for doing their job. Now, the main property strategy that a lot of people get into when they think of passive income is buy to let. So essentially, you're buying a property and you're letting it out to a family. Now, this is the most passive way because the family will take care of everything, if you know what I'm saying. Like, they just live in the house, they're trying to settle down, nothing too crazy. Now, there are other property strategies like HMO, house multiple occupation, but this means there's 4 different people that are unrelated living in the house. So this basically means you are now, not managing one family, you're now managing 4 different people. So this is less passive straight away off the bat. Or service accommodation, which is what I do. Again, this is basically listed on Airbnb and Booking.com. You get random people from all over the world coming to visit your place. This is not passive. Again, the only way you can make these passive is if you actually outsource the management to another company to do it for you. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, without any property manager, 4 out of 10. If you're lucky, you may get a family where, they look after the place nicely. But more time, you'll have to be doing stuff, on a day-to-day basis. Now, with a property manager, I say it's a simple 9 out of 10. Not 10 out of 10, but 9 out of 10. You may be doing little things here and there. You may be working maximum 5 hours a month. But again, it is rental income coming in. And again, a lot of people retire on this. Okay, now let's think of it again like this in the future. You own 10 rental properties, all paying you $250 a month profit every month, cash flow. So now you're now getting $2,500 every month, and you're literally retiring on rental income. Again, we need to go into more depth. I can't go through all of it in this video. I'll get videos out on this soon, trust me. Okay, cool. The third way of making passive income is peer-to-peer lending. You're essentially becoming your own bank. So essentially, what peer-to-peer lending is essentially you are loaning your money to another person. These borrowers that you're lending your money to normally don't, qualify for traditional loans. So this is when I come to peer-to-peer lending platforms where you can loan your money for a high interest rate compared to the banks. And the reason this is such a good strategy is because the banks do this. Barclays, Halifax, Lloyds, NatWest, all of these banks, they make so much money of loaning money to people. 9 times out of 10, your parents have a mortgage, including mine. The bank loaned your parents money to buy a house, and then our parents are paying them back passively. They're not doing anything. We're paying back the bank, and they're getting interest because they loaned us money. Sorry to interrupt. Do you guys like my hand gestures? I don't know why I do it. I just I don't know why I do it. But if you don't like it, just let me know. But now, obviously, since you are loaning your own money, you decide how much you want to loan, and you decide who you want to loan to. So this means you can mitigate your risk by diversifying your loan. Now with investors, they're getting around 4 to 6% average. I've seen some even get 10%. Now this is way better than any other saving accounts you get in the UK. If you saw my saving accounts video, this is way better than the rates there. So getting 4 to 6% on your money, that's a very good deal. Now again, in terms of on a scale of 1 to 10, this is very, very passive, as in 9 out of 10. We literally give you your money back and then you get it back in return. Simple. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just this is just for entertainment purposes only. Please remember, all the money that you loan is considered an investment. It's not guaranteed. You may run into people that will default on you, as in, you give them money and they won't pay you back. So again, don't take my word for anything. Make sure you do your own research. Of course, the next way to make money in your sleep is essentially cashback websites or cashback credit cards, whatever. Now, essentially, what a cashback credit card or a cashback site is essentially where you buy stuff through the cashback site or the cashback credit card and you get money back based on what you've purchased. So for example, let's say you have a 1% cashback credit card. If you buy something for £100 on the credit card, they'll give you back £1, 1%, £1 back to you just for buying something through your credit card. Similar to cashback, essentially if you buy stuff for a certain price, they'll give you money back just for buying it through the website. So again, this is very, very passive, as you're buying stuff that you would normally buy. Don't go out of your way to buy something just because there's good cashback. Only buy stuff that you actually really wanted originally. Okay, cool. So for example, if you bought a MacBook on top cashback for £949, you would have got £47, £50 back for buying it through top cashback. This basically means you're getting money back for something you was already going to buy anyway. So if any of you are going to uni, check out top cashback. We link down below. And now this is also considered passive income because you was going to buy, the laptop anyway. It's not like you went out of your way to do anything different. You're just buying it through a website and it directs you to the actual website. Now, a scale of 1 to 10, this is 9 out of 10 in terms of passive income. You're actually buying stuff that you already bought and you get money back for it. So it's a win-win situation. And now you may have realized that, when it comes to investing money for passive income, it's way more passive. Whereas, creating something of value, which I explained earlier in the video, so creating a YouTube channel or displaying ads or music royalties, is you got to put a lot more, effort up front to then get the passive income. Now, a lot of my income comes from both of them, creating value up front and investing. Now, for creating value up front, I've made my courses, I've made all the stuff time ago, and now I'm just getting paid for it. Whereas with the investing, I manage myself as accommodation. I don't have any property manager. Why? Because I wanted to, it's an experience. I wanted to manage a property. It's exciting. So it's not as passive. I'm still getting money, but it doesn't feel as passive. It feels like, a second job to me in a way. So when you're thinking of which one to do, just think about, how you're going to do it, how you're going to go about it, how passive you want it to make it to you. Now, thank you for getting to this point in the video. I appreciate it a lot. It helps me a lot. Just comment down below which one you're looking to get into or which one you already do. Or if I even missed any out, just, comment down below. So yeah, man, I hope you appreciate that, man. It's Poku Banks, baby.